exterior rainforest. Later on, Rambo leads them up a steep trail as a dense night fog creeps over the ridgeline above. Following Rambo, handheld camera shot. As he moves along a narrow game trail, shapes loom out of the mist, revealing as harmless trunks or vines only at the last second. As they top the rise, the trail opens out onto a plateau-like cleared area. Ahead, an enormous stone face, wreathed in vines, looms from the mist, wider, as the two walk into an atrium of a ruined Wat or Buddhist temple. Brewer looks awed. Exterior, ruins of Wat. Serene, despite the ravages of centuries, two stone Buddhas, 30 feet tall, sit flanking the stairs of the ruined temple. Trees and vines all but obscure the cracked and tumbled forms of ornately carved walls. The central courtyard is open to the sky. Spire-like structures are dimly visible from the fog beyond. Brewer hushed. This place is a trip. Rambo replies, Buddhist monastery, 15th century. Brewer replies, damn, leeches. He has pulled up his pant leg to reveal 3 squirming black worms attached to his calf, sucking on him. Rambo moves off, scanning, unconcerned. Rambo replies to him, get used to him. Tied on Brewer, lighting a cigarette, his hands tightly cupped around the glow. Rambo slaps it out of his hand, stomps it out. Brewer hissing, you fucking crazy? I needed to burn these things off. Rambo says, no cigarettes. Brewer replies, I had it cupped. Rambo takes the pack from Brewer's breast pocket and grinds it into the mud under his boot. Brewer, upset with Rambo, says, look, Rambo, I've had enough of your badass Indian scout bull fucking shit. You're years out of date. I'm making a career out of teaching you the hardware. As far as I'm concerned, you're just along to back me up. And I heard about how twitchy you really are. Kill any civilians lately? Brewer is hurled against a stone wall and pinned with a knife to his throat so rapidly he's not sure how it happened. Rambo in his face, speaking very softly. Listen real careful, fresh meat. I don't know why they sent you. Maybe they didn't want to waste a good man. But you screw up once more, and I'll kill you myself. Rambo whips away, moves quietly off. Shaking with rage, Brewer levels his weapon at Rambo's back, then realizes how silly that would be. Frustrated, he jogs to catch up. Man, you are strict. Moving in the shadows, Rambo walks through the ruins noiselessly. A voice emerges from the mist behind them, almost childlike. Voiceover. Are you first tourists here in a long time? Brewer whips around, centering the aiming dot of his sighting laser on a figure sitting on a ledge above him. Sitting cross-legged and unperturbed is a diminutive Vietnamese woman, about 28. The dot of Brewer's laser is centered on her forehead like a Hindu prayer mark. She is absolutely beautiful, with wide, calm eyes and strong but sensuous mouth, which curves now in a small, quirky grin. Woman. The woman says, you come here to see Buddha, ask for truth, or you just lost? Brewer whispers, should I waste her? Rambo pushes his rifle barrel aside and takes a step forward. When he speaks, it is in fluent Vietnamese. Rambo, Vietnamese subtitles. I'm not lost, just looking for someone. The woman replies, someone called maybe Night Orchid? Rambo, Vietnamese subtitle, that's right. Woman, Vietnamese, I'm Ko Fung Bao. Rambo to Brewer, she's our contact. Brewer, grudgingly impressed. I didn't know you spoke Vietnamese. Ko slides down from the ledge and stands before them, almost 2 heads shorter than Rambo. Her lithe figure is not entirely concealed by her loose black pajamas. She wears her hair in a long single braid and has the delicate hands of a child. Rambo says, "I'm Rambo, this is Brewer," to Brewer. Her name is Ko. Ko says, "It means virgin. My mother was a comedian." Brewer, "Howdy, Ko." He sticks out his hand, but Rambo motions no. She bows slightly. Brewer says, "You speak pretty good English. Where'd you learn?" Ko replies, "University of Saigon. Have master's degree in economics. Not used too much now. Communist in charge. You got time? Want to eat?" Rambo replies, "Sure. What do you got?" Ko reaches up onto the ledge, her previous perch, and pulls down a small pack, actually a food tube of the sort worn over the shoulder by Viet Cong and other Vietnamese guerrillas. Ko, opening it, "Nuck, ma'am." She unrolls several rubber tree leaves, holding rice with a pungent sauce. Rambo takes the food and the preferred chopsticks, and squatting, begins shoveling it expertly. Rambo says, "You really got a master's degree?" Ko replies, "Sure. I only sound like 40-year-old in your language." Brewer fumbles with the sticks, switches to fingers. Brewer says, "What's this stuff on the rice?" Rambo replies, "Fermented fish sauce." Brewer's expression is less than enthusiastic. Cut to the exterior rainforest river trail at night. With Ko leading through the maze of aimless game trails, the group makes its way parallel to the modest river, the CA. Rambo says, "You got, how do we get upriver?" Ko replies to Rambo, "I have arranged transportation. We meet soon, but I think you'd be disappointed." Rambo replies, "Why is that?" Ko returns in conversation. "I go up to this camp 2 months ago. Nobody there. Empty for years." Rambo stops puzzled. "Why would they send us to a deserted camp?" Brewer pipes in. "Who cares? Let's just do it and get out. Go have a jacuzzi and get laid in Bangkok. You know what I mean?" Rambo moves on, still concerned. Something is a bit off. Rambo turns to them. "We'll check it out." Brewer replies, "How come we didn't just drop near the camp? Save this hassle." Rambo replies, "Brewer, does the jet make noise?" Brewer says, "Yeah." Stupidly. Ko, switching to Vietnamese subtitles. "Where did you find this clown?" Rambo replies, "I thought he was with you." Ko replies, "Crazy motherfucker." Brewer replies, "What is she saying?" Rambo says, "She likes you. She says you're Dinky Dow." Brewer replies, "What's that?" Rambo says, "Powerful warrior." Brewer, "Yeah, Dinky Dow, that's me. Hey, Ko, you want to meet Jake the One-Eyed Snake?" Rambo motions suddenly for a freeze. Ko walks on ahead toward the river as the Americans melt into the shadows. Fucking Brewer, huh? Always on the chicks. Exterior, river, marshy inlet. A house sampan wallows among the naked tree roots in a brackish inlet off the main river. On deck are 2 men, loosely speaking, possibly 2 of the most misbegotten specimens the Orient has to offer. They raise their AK-47s as Ko approaches, exchange a few quick syllables, and Ko turns, motioning Rambo and Brewer to move forward. As they pass, 2 more equally unwholesome-looking men emerge from the concealment and follow them to the sampan. Everybody grips their weapons tightly. Brewer says under his breath, "These guys look like they'd sell their mothers." Rambo replies, "Sometimes they do. The river pirates, opium runners." Brewer replies, hissing, "Pirates? No kidding." Before they step across onto the sampan, Ko introduces the captain in Vietnamese, wearing all manner of jewelry, including 4 wristwatches and a pair of 50 Western-style jeans, a size too large. Captain Trong Kin, he'll be in the Rambo prequel, grins and motions them aboard. The grim reveals bare gum where his upper front teeth would be, obviously broken out in a fight. Captain Kin says, "Wacky number one, you come on number one sampan." Rambo replies in Vietnamese, "Thank you, Captain, for your hospitality. You speak English very well." Grinning wider, Captain Kin motions them inside the cabin, a rambling and dilapidated structure of corrugated sheet metal and woven bamboo. Kin barks orders at his men, who cast off their moorings and jump aboard. The first light of dawn is breaking through the trees. Interior, sampan cabin. A raisin-faced woman and an old Adai holding an infant shuffles aside as Rambo steps down into the dim, smoky interior. Brewer, Coe, and Kin follow. The two Americans must stoop in the scaled-down structure. Every conceivable space is crammed with scavenged or looted detritus. Ammo cases, hubcaps, radios, a TV with no back, books, dead chickens, an ice cube tray, a Toyota bumper, outboard motors. There is no apparent logic to most of it. Brewer says, "Looks like my room back in college." Coe replies, "We sleep here today, safer while we go upriver." Rambo replies, "What about patrol boats?" Kin opens a greasy wooden locker, takes out his pride and joy, a Russian-made RPG-7 rocket grenade launcher. His grin glistens evilly in the gloom. Cut to exterior base camp dawn. A beautiful sunrise backs the tree line, stretching long shadows across the quiet camp. Interior, Kirkhill's trailer. The interior resembles that of a motorhome, complete with bunks, kitchenette, and a small bar. Kirkhill is on the phone, pacing agitated. His reptilian aide lounges on a bunk. Kirkhill says into the phone, "No, sir. We're already committed. They're in the jungle right now. I say we play the whole hand through. If they find something, we'll just bury the report later. It's still airtight." Pauses. "Yes, sir." He hangs up, runs his hands through his hair, and then continues to say to his aide, "God damn it. Now the goddamn satellite shows the camp occupied. Some trucks or something." The aide grimly replies, "Oh boy, it's getting dicey." Their manner becomes guarded when a knock at the door interrupts them. The aide unlocks it and admits Troutman. Kirkhill says, "What's up?" Troutman replies, "Listen, Kirkhill, I'm a bit of a fifth wheel in your setup here. I thought I'd go out with your extraction team tonight unless you have an objection." Kirkhill, not liking it, replies, "It's not necessary." Troutman replies, "I know." Kirkhill replies, "There's a pretty hairy ride. Full colonels are supposed to be above that sort of thing." Troutman is calling him on it with a deadpan response. "I know." Kirkhill shrugs expansively. "Okay, have fun." Exterior, CA River, day. Kin's hideous sampan churns upriver slowly, powered by an ancient outboard motor. It passes other river traffic. Small hand-powered sampans manned by figures in broad conical coolie hats. With the exception of a rare-powered craft, the scene is that of Vietnam unchanged by centuries. The ebb and flow of regimes and ideologies has little altered the basics of their life here. Interior, sampan. Rambo watches through a chink in the sheeting of the cabin as timeless landscapes roll past.